How's it going? Happy Sunday! So we're cooking the olive oil cake today. I'm so excited. I'm gonna get to eat it in a week when it cuts over. So that'll start at 10 minutes. If you want to jump there and cook along, if you're watching this past the live. What else do we got going on? We just got back from Arkansas yesterday. You guys are gonna ask, did we like Arkansas? I don't love it. You know, we didn't go to Little Rock though, so like maybe that's a more poppin' place.
Yeah, I think it is.
But it was. Go ahead.
We got to see the first copy of our cookbook.
Yes.
Final copy.
So excited. They killed it. We killed it.
It's great.
It was a collaborative effort, and I'm so excited for you guys to see it in full force in stores. So it's released May 15th. It's on pre-order right now on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles. So
it greatly exceeded my expectations. Because we were just like making it for the past, I don't know, how long? Like 4 months or so?
9 years.
Yeah. And they really like are good about putting it all together in an easily digestible manner.
Yeah.
So
that's definitely something like it would have been difficult to do on our own.
Yeah.
I'm just putting my hair up, getting ready to cook. I'm excited for this cake.
So did you tell them why we're doing the olive oil cake?
Yeah, because it's my favorite dessert, and our cut's done this next weekend, so it'll be in the fridge for a week, which also lets you know that you can make this and prep it for the week, and I get to eat it next weekend. So that's the plan with this cakey. I have all my ingredients to go. My birthday is next Sunday, so I'll be ready with a great treat. Yes, you will. It'll be my birthday basically too. Hello everyone. What else is going on?
Oh, the charity for today.
Charity for today? Ooh, someone already donated.
It is the Food Fortification Initiative, which is fortifying food in third world countries with more micronutrients, just to make them more nutrient dense, healthier people, live longer, all that kind of good stuff. And one thing I learned trying to do research on like what is good charities to donate to, it seems like your money goes a lot further if you donate to third world countries as opposed to causes in the United States or Canada. So we'll do some of both, but this one just seemed like it makes a lot of difference. And there's actually a cool charity like ranking thing I found that I go to.
So also some things for today. Our video with the 3 like 5-minute snack meals went live with the posts. So they're all on our site as well. And then our podcast with Mike Mutzel. He is awesome. So much information in that podcast. He's also a super smooth talker. Like his voice is just very smooth. So he's really nice to listen to. Definitely check that out. Keto for Normies. I think episode 36? 36.
He has a YouTube channel too, High Intensity Health.
High Intensity Health.
Okay, here we go.
We already got some donations. You want to scroll up?
Okay. Shadowhawk05, I want the donations to go to y'all today.
That's sweet, but we already picked out our place to donate.
We don't need donations. We do need Dalmatians, though. We could get a couple puppies.
No, we saw one, and we saw one recently, right? But apparently they're like very hard to train and could be a little vicious.
Oh, really?
Not the
you
friendliest.
Looked into it?
Well, yeah. I feel like I know all dog traits because I've always wanted one, and we picked the worst one.
Is the cookbook going to be available electronically?
I don't know.
We don't know that.
I should ask. We get that a lot in terms of questions.
Great podcast with Mike. Thank you. Are there any meal prep recipes in the cookbook? Yeah, we actually have a denotifier thing that says like this is a great meal prep recipe.
But you could literally meal prep all the recipes, I feel like. Maybe not the mozzarella sticks. Those could get soggy.
Oh, it's Mike and he just drops a 50 spot on the table.
What up, buddy?
It's Mike from High Intensity Health. Thanks, guys. So cool you donate these funds. And actually, I want to show you guys something real quick.
Oh, yeah. We just got some goodies in the mail yesterday from his wife. Real Food Lab, right?
Yeah.
Really cool company name.
So I don't know a whole lot about it, but Mike and his wife are putting together a little product here. It's like cookie dough. It's a nut butter and it's vegan, low carb, and he even does like the BPA free packaging and stuff. He goes all out. And then the cool one that I've never actually tried before, there's one that's like tiger nut butter, right?
Yeah, this one.
Tiger nut.
It looks amazing. Look at that, guys.
It's called Real Food Lab.
Oh my god, it looks so yummy. So we're going to be trying like 40 things on our mail time segment this month, so be on the lookout for that.
Are you guys done making the olive oil cake? Just tuned in, so not sure if I missed it.
We're starting at 10 minutes, and it's only been 5.
And a lot of people asking questions about like the type of olive oil to use. Do you want to use one that's not as like intensely olive flavored? In my opinion, I like just the most intense.
We use extra virgin olive oil, so I'm not sure. A lot of people have said they use, maybe it's an acquired taste, but for me, I didn't taste the olive oil at all.
Yeah, and we got a lot of people with feedback saying they loved it. A couple people said it was like too oily, which we did not find, and I think the problem there is the coconut flour you're using. That's just gonna, different brands of coconut flour have different absorbencies, so that might be it.
Also, if you guys are cooking along, preheat your ovens to 350, and right here we're using, this is a 9-inch Springform pan.
I saw someone did it in an 8-inch pan and it looked really good too.
Okay, so we also have 8, but we normally do it in 9. Should we do it in 8, guys?
It'll take longer. Let's do 9.
Okay, we're gonna do this 9-inch Springform pan, but you can use 8. You can also probably use a brownie tray.
Fitorious with a $10 donation. Unfortunately, I have to go to the gym. Wish I could stay, so here's a donation. We'll be here anytime.
Thanks, Fitorious.
Go to the gym.
Yeah, gym. We went to the gym this morning. It was a struggle.
It was. So yeah, I think we mentioned we have about 5 days left of this cup.
And okay, so we'll just be completely honest with you guys. This cut has been impacting our relationship a little bit. So like we're just a little more mad at each other because when you're not eating, you just fight. Mm-hmm. I think that's what happened. So if you're in a loving relationship, just keep the food flowing.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think that's why when people get in new relationships, a lot of times
get
they
fat.
put on weight.
Yeah.
You guys are great. Just listen to the Dr. Berry podcast. Super entertaining. Lots of good info on vitamin D. Yeah. I think that's in his book, The Lies My Doctor Told Me. I still need to read that one.
Matt loved the shirt. I got it for him. It was like $9 at TJ Maxx or something. Home Goods.
Yeah.
They have a lot of good men's shirts.
Someone told us to do a Home Goods grocery haul. They have like
they have like caramel popcorn. They have like things you were not going to be able to eat, I feel like.
I just subscribed to you guys this week after watching you guys for about a month. Thank you for what you guys do. Can tell me more for what I'm donating to. It is the Food Fortification Initiative. In underprivileged areas of the world, they're fortifying food with more micronutrients. And you're stingy with your subscriptions. You've been watching us for a month. If I see like one video from someone I like, I instantly subscribe. We have like 250 subscriptions, I think.
Yeah, and one of them is mine, I think. I'm using duck eggs. Are you using duck eggs for the cake? Oh my gosh.
Oh, really?
So I'm not a fan of duck eggs.
I love duck eggs.
Matt loves them though.
Because they taste a little seafoody.
Don't say that. Oh.
Yeah, I like them.
That's what makes them gross, right?
I've actually really been craving those pickled duck eggs.
Yeah, no, not me.
If you guys remember in a grocery haul video, she said I would never eat them all, and I did. I ate them all.
Now he's just proving, for the rest of his life, he's just going to try and prove me wrong based on that.
Can I use almond flour instead of coconut flour? Basically the most commonly asked question we get in regards to cooking, and I would say not really, no.
You could, but it would take some testing, and I couldn't tell you like offhand like what amount to use. Can you use avocado oil instead? You can. I think that'll be super intense though.
It'll turn it green too, probably, if you have some good stuff.
I just saw someone made our olive oil cake on Instagram into muffins, and it said they were like cornbread muffins. So maybe you could also do that if you don't have a pan you want to use.
All right, you want to get going?
Yeah.
Let me get through these. We got 2 donations. $2. Someone said, take it to the dollar store. You get 2 items. And then $5 from Manolo. Thanks, guys.
Julius!
You can try almond flour. It's just going to take about 3 to 4 times as much as it would coconut flour. That's generally the substitution amounts. What is your favorite way to make chicken thighs? Making some tonight for lunch meal prep. What I like to do is you really dry the skin out, you put a little salt on it, then you dry it again, and you put the skin side down in a really, actually not really hot, like a medium cast iron skillet, and then you press it down and just get the skin really crispy. That's my favorite way to do it. And then I'll flip it over and put it in the oven at like 350 for maybe 15 minutes to get it cooked through. Joe P with a $2 donation, and for some reason he typed 10. I think he's trying to trick me into thinking he donated $10. Made the Kung Pao chicken, very good.
Awesome. That is really good. Okay, just getting the dry ingredients ready. So, dry ingredients, guys.
We need like a little platform here for you to cook on so
Yeah.
that they can see it.
3/4 cup coconut flour, 3/4 cup erythritol, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1¼ teaspoon baking soda, and some salt. So I'm just gonna mix all of those ingredients into a small bowl, medium bowl, and then set that aside.
Let's do this. Is that any better? Not really. There, is that good?
Sure.
Can we substitute Swerve for Erythritol? A lot of people ask that. They're the same thing. Swerve is a brand name of Erythritol.
Yeah, we're using granular. You could also use powdered. Powdered, maybe use a little less, but I mean, it'll be sweet cake.
What are you doing for 420 this year? Probably nothing.
Eating a lot of food, regardless
420?
of the 420.
Where are we going to be? We're going to be here, right?
Yeah, we'll be here.
No plans yet. Last year, if you remember, we did the pork rind nachos video, though.
Oh, yes, we did. So 2.
Should I cut out sucralose? That's kind of up to you. I eat sucralose occasionally, but I try to really just stick to stevia, erythritol, monk fruit. And then the only times I use sucralose is if it's in something I bought. Like I wouldn't go out and buy sucralose on my own. Like it's in Powerade Zero. It's in some things. Do you guys announce what you are going to be live cooking a few days before?
Yes.
Yeah, we do it on Instagram and we do it in a YouTube text post. So I don't know how those show up, but if you're scrolling on the mobile, I know the text posts show up. Every time I try to make fat bombs with protein shake mix, it is always gritty. I think maybe just lower the protein to the fat ratio, just use a little bit less.
It also depends on the protein powder. So if you're using Quest, it has like casein in it, which I think makes it more like of a smooth. So it depends on which protein powder you're using.
Oh, you're coming to Atlanta with some Blue Dream for 420?
Just for us?
Instagram DM. Guys, the ingredients are linked in the description of this YouTube video, so check that out. It's a blog post.
I just added 3/4 cup coconut flour to this bowl. Now I'm adding 3/4 cup erythritol.
You can use powdered erythritol too, right?
Yeah, you can use any form of erythritol. Or Swerve, you can use Swerve.
So this recipe is pretty high in erythritol. It's 3/4 cup, and I would say you can cut this into 8 to 12 slices, somewhere in there. So you're getting like between 15 and 20 grams of erythritol per serving. It's kind of high, so just keep that in mind. I wouldn't go eating like half this cake at once.
Though I have. I'm adding 2 teaspoons baking powder. And then 1¼ teaspoon baking soda.
The fiber content in coconut flour is too high for me. A lot of people ask things about like, why would you use coconut flour instead of almond flour? And you use so much less coconut flour that when you actually like equate a recipe 1-to-1, the coconut flour is lower carb and lower fiber than almond flour.
So I'm just mixing all the dry ingredients right now. Oh, add salt. Yeah, so tell them like the 1/4 to like a full cup. 1-to-4 ratio?
Yeah, for almond flour to coconut flour. If you're trying to substitute, it's probably going to be between 3 and 4 times as much almond flour.
1/4 teaspoon salt.
I gotta smoke with Matt while eating a mug cake. Actually, the best is when you smoke prior to making a mug cake, because then things get crazy.
Then you make 17 mug cakes.
But no, we're not potheads.
Potheads.
We used to live in San Francisco, though.
Okay, so my dry ingredients are set aside. Again, your oven should be preheated to 350, and we're doing this in a 9-inch Springform pan. You could also use a cake pan, you can use an 8-inch pan, you can use a pie pan or a brownie pan. So, to my wet ingredient bowl, I'm going to be doing 1 cup olive oil, 6 eggs, and 2 teaspoons vanilla extract. You could get a little crazy and like do a flavored extract, right? You could do a lemon, you can do maple probably. You could add some like fruit or berries to this.
Some nuts.
Nuts to this, but we're just going to keep it basic because that's how I like it.
And then you're going to need the mixer, right?
Yeah, but I could just mix it with a whisk for noise issues.
Okay. What's the best brand of almond flour to use? What's that one we've been getting? Kirkland brand from Costco?
Yeah.
Bob's Red Mill is really good. You want to just look
it's
for
Blue Diamond almond.
Blue Diamond. You want to just look for finely ground. You don't want like meal, almond meal. It doesn't work quite as good.
1 cup. We're using extra virgin olive oil. You could use avocado oil. That'll just have a stronger taste, make it green. We haven't tried coconut oil, but that could probably work. It would just be a strong coconut taste, right?
You can use any fat source, I think. Just olive oil and avocado oil are going to be a little bit better because they make it more moist for the final product.
Oh no, I don't remember how many I did. Was it 3 or 4?
I think you did 4.
Oh, can anyone tell me? Did they count me do this?
Did anyone count her putting them in? Hey y'all,
You did 4.
Okay.
Wait, shout
Did they
that
say
person
that?
out.
4. You did
Ashley
4.
Hutton, Michael Smith, all of you guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, we got some donations. Mel Barrera, $10. Joe P, $10. And Diet Standing, $10. Thanks so much. Going to the Food Fortification Initiative. Hey y'all, kind of off topic. Feel free to skip, but any more thoughts on kratom? I know it made Mega sick, but I heard that only happens once. So I don't really have too strong of thoughts on it. Like, it's not something I've wanted to really go back to, is what I would say.
I almost just forgot about it, but now that I'm remembered, and you're saying it only happens once, I'd be down to try it again in a smaller dose.
Yeah. Can I have a sugar-free Reese's? Pre-ordered your cookbook. You can have whatever you want. I would say sugar-free Reese's probably not the best for keto because they contain maltitol, which is pretty much just as bad as sugar. And lately we've been getting a lot of people saying like, do you guys do cheats? It's a lot of people trying to
Get permission.
think of it of like, what can I get away with? And I think you want to change it to more of what foods really make me feel good. Do I like having as a part of my diet? Just thinking of it more in that context helps me. Love the Sunday Cookalong. On my way to work, but def making this cake for Easter. Ooh. And that was a $10 donation from Melissa Williams.
Okay, I just added 6 eggs to my cup of olive oil, and now I'm going to add vanilla extract. I'm going to go a little heavy-handed because I like the flavor, but I think 2 teaspoons is what it's called for. And then I'm just going to whisk it up. You can use a mixer, but I'm just going to do it by hand so the noise isn't an issue.
So we got dry ingredients. We got the wet ingredients there. This is a pretty easy recipe.
Yeah. And like totally worth it. Matt I know we always used to get a lot of comments on the fake vanilla extract, but Matt finally splurged on some expensive stuff.
Annabelle donated $10. Your video saved me from letting my sweet tooth sabotage my keto diet. I'm definitely pre-ordering your cookbook.
Oh,
That's
thank
great.
you. We got a ton of amazing desserts in there. I can't wait till we can like make some for videos. We're gonna do some promotional videos.
For the cookbook, yeah. Some of the recipes out of there. For every comment we get that is like people really mean about us making desserts and making like, you know, not the most optimal foods at all times, we get like 10 or 20 times as many comments saying, I appreciate you making the diet sustainable.
Did someone just give a mean one?
No.
Oh.
They gave a nice one.
Oh, yeah.
But it is something I think about a lot. How many like dessert recipes should we make, and how many, you know, good, just wholesome recipes? But no one's just gonna give up. I guess some people will, but a lot of people just can't give up desserts. I'm one of them.
Okay. I got the wet ingredients mixed, and now I'm going to add the dry to the wet. As I continue to mix, the batter will be like not thin. It'll be like pretty thick.
2 parts?
Yeah, I'll do 2 parts. Also, sorry Facebook, I know you can't get some live action.
Actually, let me just flip this around for now.
2 parts. Is anyone cooking along?
Yeah, let us know if you guys are cooking along. I hated stevia. It took about a year using only stevia for my taste buds to adapt. That is something I will say. I actually love stevia now, but I remember at the start, I really didn't like the aftertaste.
That's how I felt about erythritol.
You definitely grow to love it.
Anyone cooking along? Cooking along! Big Ersk.
Could I use maple extract? Would that taste okay? I think so.
I think that would be pretty... Maple's my favorite. That sounds delicious.
I think lemon would be really good. Okay, so she's just kind of mixing that there.
A lot of people told us, hello from California, hello in California. Lots of love from Grand Rapids.
Ooh. Yep, $2 donation from Shadowhawk. Y'all gonna do a giveaway with some cookbooks? We're gonna do a lot of giveaways, I think, down the road.
Yeah, we are. With like even other products, like probably like Real Good Foods, Butcher Box, but definitely on our end alone too. Okay, this batter is smooth. It's pretty thick. And now just grease your pan. Don't forget, so we use coconut oil spray. You could use some butter if you don't have any spray on hand.
Could you add cinnamon for sweetness? I don't know that cinnamon really adds sweetness, but for flavor, yeah, you can do cinnamon. There's no rules to cooking, guys. You can really do whatever you like.
Yeah, add whatever sounds good to you.
Guys, I live in Ukraine and it's so hard to find keto-friendly products. Any ideas how to get through this like substitutes, please? Well, to do keto, you don't need keto-friendly products. You just need whole foods.
But a lot of people want the convenience of it.
Yeah. So, I guess it's kind of tough if there's really no options. Like, you can't even get... You could, like, make your own almond flour. You can probably get some kind of sweetener like stevia or erythritol. Probably stevia.
Making sure I got everything. And we're good. Now I'm just going to pour. I've greased. My oven's been...
Wait, let me show them the consistency. So this is the consistency I guess you should have. Yeah, that looks about right, right?
Yeah. If I did 3 guys and not 4, it's all your fault. I'm just kidding. I think it'll turn out regardless.
How long does this bake for?
30 minutes.
And are you guys liking these cook-alongs? You think we should keep it up? I think it's a good way to add some action to like just a live stream.
All right, this is going in the oven 350 for 30 minutes. Yay.
The thickness will vary based on the type of coconut flour you're using. We always use Anthony's brand from Amazon, but there's like a few brands that really are way less absorbent, and people have trouble with our brownie recipe and this recipe just because there's like, it doesn't soak up all the fat.
Just joined. What are you making? We are making olive oil cake. It's my favorite dessert, and I'm really excited.
Would putting the batter in a cast iron skillet work? Yeah. We've actually done a variation
Ooh,
on
yeah.
this with like a savory cornbread recipe, trying to do some testing. It didn't work out, but it works well in the cast iron skillet.
I would just make sure you grease it. That's all.
Just bought the cookbook. So excited. I'm really excited to actually have it in my hands.
Yeah, me too.
Your batter looks just like mine did, and mine turned out yummy.
Perfect. I remember the night Matt discovered this cake. We were making little versions,
Was that it?
Yeah, and he made a little version of this, and he didn't even like it that much at first, and I was like, I was floored. It was so...
Was it a sweet one the first time I made it?
It was sweet, because I had never had something like a pound cake on a keto diet, and pound cake is like my absolute favorite. So, this is all thanks to Matt, even though you'd think this would be like my recipe.
I think the main thing about this is it's different than the other keto desserts because it's really moist at the end. And I think that's the olive oil, just like using a liquid fat for this.
Yes, it is sweet. It is really sweet. Oh, so sweet.
I like your Canada hoodie.
Thank you, Matt. Got it for me for Christmas. We have Roots sweatpants, like matching. Oh, he's wearing his Roots sweatpants. We love this brand. It's really worth the price.
Autumn Owens, thanks for your videos and recipes. My fiance and I have lost a combined 70 pounds since October 2017, and we pretty much use your recipes exclusively.
That's amazing. Congratulations on your weight loss as well.
Why is it when I make fat bombs with coconut oil and butter, the spices go to the bottom when cold?
That happened. I think the separation, the natural like fat separating from everything else, that happens with water.
But if you bite into them, it doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah, you get the full flavor.
Everyone is losing weight except Mega. That's what some guy said.
Hey, I'm losing weight, and we did a in body last week, and I was really pleased. I did gain muscle, and I lost a lot of body fat percentage. We're doing another one this week, but I'm not giving the results away because it's gonna be in our vlog.
And you're at your all-time low right now, too.
Yeah, I'm at my all-time low. I hit a low this morning. I mean, things are picking up, and I think if I stuck this longer, but I don't want to because I love food and I'm a food blogger. Also, what was I going to say? Oh, we did refeed. We did a refeed last week.
Yeah.
And
that's on the vlog. That's actually...
No, it's on
Keto Savage's vlog.
But we're going to do a refeed for this upcoming week vlog so you guys can see what that's like. And guys, I'm happy.
And if you guys are interested in the course we're putting together that kind of shows you how to do all this stuff, the refeeds, the macro tapering, there's a link to sign up for updates in the description of this video. And someone says they love the sous vide egg bites from Starbucks. They rock, but they're $5.
They're also high in
carbs.
High in carb. I would not. They're not worth it. You can make your own at home for cheaper. And for less carbs.
My all-time lowest was 9 pounds 1 ounce. Mine was 6 pounds 13 ounces.
I got you beat there. I was 8 pound 9 ounces. But yeah, Matt's the smallest.
I detest avocados. Why is everyone so crazy about them? Well, most people like the taste.
I love guacamole. I think that's how I got fixated on them. Have you tried guacamole? That could be a good route to go if you want to eat them. No need though.
They're also like a rare exception in nature that's like high fat, good micronutrients, fiber. Like it's pretty unique thing.
Low protein, yeah. Where can I watch your vlog with Dr. Canberry? It's not a vlog, it's a podcast. Keto for Normies, I think number 34?
Yeah, it should be linked if you go to the podcast link in the description of the live stream here. Or if you just Google Keto for Normies.
Do you make your own beef jerky? We do have a recipe on our site. It's so good.
Maybe I'll make some like this week.
So we can eat it?
Yeah.
Ooh, we should take it to a movie snack. It's a perfect movie snack.
We have a really good beef jerky recipe on our website that uses diet soda for sweetener. It's a Zevia soda. That one is the bomb. It's really easy too. It just takes like 6 hours in the oven.
Can you make some recipes using allulose? You could replace allulose in the erythritol.
Yeah. Just use a little bit less allulose.
Yeah.
Because erythritol is about 80% as sweet as allulose.
Have you guys made keto pizza? We've made 5 different keto pizzas.
Yeah.
But yeah. A lot of people I feel like have been making our deep dish lately, and it's so good. I want to make our deep dish.
If you like keto pizzas, our #1 recipe on our website is our chicken crust pizza. Try that one out.
A lot of people are cooking along on Facebook, and they've never had this cake. What could you use instead of coconut oil to make fat bombs? Don't like the taste. You can use coconut oil. You can use butter. Just butter would work. You can do like a cream cheese peanut butter one.
A lot of people do peanut butter, chocolate, baker's chocolate.
We have a couple fat bomb recipes on our site. Julie's, maybe you gotta poop.
Please explain intermittent fasting in the simplest terms. The simplest terms is you condense all of your meals to an eating window per day. A lot of people do 8 hours, and for a lot of people that's like kind of an intuitive thing, because if you wake up and you're not hungry, you just eat at lunch and you stop eating at like 8 p.m. That's intermittent fasting. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What do you think of keto sticks? I've never heard of keto sticks.
Are you talking about the
pea
pea sticks?
strips?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't use them. I don't think we ever have, really, even in the beginning, but I think that's where they come in used to just see if your body's producing ketones. But other than that, they're not like a reliable source to see if you're making enough ketones and also using them. Pretty much a waste of money after that first week.
Recommendation for a non-keto family potluck. That's pretty easy. Just make like a chili, like a big pile
Casserole.
Yeah. Oh, I love breakfast casseroles.
A big
That's
pile
not
of what?
like a big protein, like slow
wings?
cooker type of thing.
Yeah.
Wings, yeah. Oh, when we did like wings and ribs, homemade ribs. Like there's a bunch of stuff you can do.
Yeah.
Mainly just like a protein. I would also do a veggie just in case, like when I go to my family gatherings, the veggies don't really exist unless they're like topped with marshmallows and like caramel sauce and stuff.
Does any of your family do keto? Matt's sisters do keto, I think, majority of the time, but not my family.
Have you found a better
Deviled eggs. Sorry.
Have you found a better replacement for pasta? This is a $5 donation from Mason. Besides Miracle Noodles, DIY or store-bought?
Zucchini noodles is your second best bet.
I love Miracle Noodles.
I love Miracle Noodles and I love zucchini noodles.
There's one other option.
But it's really hard. Who's getting the other option?
There's these kelp noodles too.
Oh yeah.
These are really crunchy. It's more of like a cold preparation for like a seaweed salad type of thing. They're pretty good though. I like it.
I like the Miracle Noodles better.
Is there any way to get Miracle Noodles to not have the texture of rubber bands?
It's tough.
It is tough, but the best way to do it is to cook them on high heat in a frying pan with just dry for like 5 minutes, really dry them out. This is after you rinse them off and stuff. Sometimes what I do is I put them in a blender here and make it into like a cream of wheat type of thing. I like that a lot. I make it like a dessert style.
What do you think is the best popcorn replacement? That's my biggest weakness. I eat so many pork rinds. Yeah, it's tough. Pork rinds are a good crunchy replacement. Cello wisps, Parmesan crisps, so like the hardened cheese crackers are a good option. And then veggies give the crunch. It's really tough. Popcorn's my weakness too.
Okay, let's see here. What's the difference between Miracle Noodles and shirataki noodles? I think the shirataki noodles have...
They're made of tofu.
Tofu in them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really good too. I haven't had those in a while. I think I like those better, but I like that Miracle Noodles are just the pure fiber.
Have you thought about doing a video making ghee? I've actually never made ghee. So usually when we do videos like that, it's like a couple weeks worth of actually learning how to do it and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could do that. I like pistachios because it gives my hands something to do during a movie. Yeah, so for all these questions about like snacking, like popcorn, pistachios, honestly, that's kind of when you get into trouble in my experience, because the substitutions for the carbs that you used to be eating just as like snacks are way more calorie dense. So if you're still just a snacker, that's like a lot of a mental thing. You kind of have to retrain yourself not to just be like, oh, I'm eating TV, time to pop some stuff in my mouth.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like what we do is we actually make dinner, then we sit down and watch TV for about an hour every night. That's one thing you could try doing, just actually have a meal.
Yeah. Eat it slow. My wife and I have been stalled on the scale for 2 weeks after losing 10 and 16 pounds, but we feel like we're still losing inches. Is that normal? Yeah, that's absolutely normal. I've lost more inches probably in this process than I would have thought given the little amount of weight I've lost. And same with Matt. Matt's lost a ton of inches too. So I would definitely make sure you're doing measurements and pictures to like stay motivated and to remind yourself that you are like changing in terms of your body, but the scale may not reflect that, and that's okay.
Can you do a video about honey and maple syrup? That's all I use. Are they keto friendly?
That's all you use?
No, they're not keto friendly. That's more of like a paleo diet using natural sweeteners
Yeah.
as opposed to the like sugar alcohols and stevia. No, if you're trying to keep your blood sugar down, that's not really a route that's going to be good for you.
But I know Lakanto has a maple syrup. That's monk fruit. That's a good option. And No Foods has a maple syrup as well. If you are looking for other options.
I feel like I'm eating way too much cheese. I'd say you probably are then.
Yeah.
No one's ever been like, I feel like I'm eating way too much cheese, and they do like a check, and they're like, nope, I was wrong.
Only an ounce.
Yeah, that was an ounce.
I go to my butcher and buy pork belly and make my own pork rinds. That's where it's at. We've tried making pork rinds once before, and they were actually really, really good. But the one downside was that Matt didn't cut off the nipples, so I couldn't eat them because I saw nipples on all the pork rinds, and I was disgusted. So don't forget to cut your nipples off.
Okay, people always ask how I make the dessert miracle rice. Let me show you.
What do you eat with peanut nut butters? Aside from just like itself in a spoon, you can put it in fat bombs. You can put it in smoothies. We have a good spinach smoothie. Matt used to put peanut butter in and almond butter. We have a lot of desserts using peanut butter, and you can replace any nut butter.
Okay, for the dessert miracle rice, I tell you guys this a lot, but people always ask. You can really do whatever you want. You basically just use like a bag of miracle rice. I cook it in a frying pan to just dry it out after I rinse it. And then I do like a tablespoon. You can do coconut oil or butter. I do a scoop. Lately I've been doing a scoop of this MCT oil chocolate. It's pretty sweet and delicious. And then I have this stevia dark chocolate that I put in there. And then some gray salt. So it's like a chocolate salt type of dessert rice. But you can also do like cinnamon and stuff. Or you can just do normal stevia. Just flavor it however you want. And then sometimes I even add like some almond milk or flax milk to make it more of like a cereal type of thing. And we do have a 20% code for this. It's ketoconnect.
I'm keto, my sons and husband are not. I need my own cupboard for my keto ingredients. A great problem to have. Yeah, it can be really tough to stick to the diet when you're surrounded by like all the non-keto options, but it seems like you have it figured out. Having a separate cupboard could be a great way to deal with that.
I'm still nervous eating more saturated fat. Is there robust research to dispel that fear? There is very robust research to dispel that fear. Yeah, just do some digging on that. Basically, there is no research to, I guess the first thing is there's no research to have that fear. Because all of the saturated fat data is like correlative research, and when you really like kind of think about the type of people that have eaten saturated fats over the past 40 years, or the type of people that are living a specific lifestyle that's like not listening to the health guidelines, because the health guidelines said don't eat saturated fat. But if you just go back and look like in the 40s, like the early 1900s, we were eating all kinds of saturated fat. We had less heart disease.
Yeah, there's been a rise in obesity and type 2 diabetes and a decrease in consumption, right, of saturated fats. Like not using it when cooking like McDonald's fries, like all the fast food foods.
Hate eating leafy greens in such large quantity. Can I make a shake instead? I would say you don't need to eat leafy greens in a large quantity if you don't like that.
But you also can make a shake.
I'm not eating what Matt eats. It causes hair loss. Yeah, it's actually, my whole family's bald, but I honestly think...
It's genetics, it's not the food.
I might even say since doing keto, my hair has like stopped being lost as fast. But then sometimes I cut it all off and do like a number 1, and you can really tell like it's going fast.
What are the best nuts to eat on keto? Macadamia.
I like Brazil nuts a lot.
Brazil.
Pili nuts.
Pili nuts, pecans.
Walnuts.
Walnuts. Almonds are okay.
I mean, there is really no best. It's basically just what fits in your macros, what you enjoy. Should I be worried about kidney stones with keto?
Some people just anecdotally have reported they've gotten them, but I mean, not that I've like read or people have spoken about, right?
Yeah, we're not doctors though.
Yeah.
Would you do some Middle Eastern recipes? I'm actually from Dearborn, which is the Middle Eastern capital of the United States.
But can you do Middle Eastern recipes?
maybe I can get my friends to like send me some and I can try making them. But Middle Eastern recipes, we can do like, we have a gyro in our cookbook, which is good. Is that how you even say it? Gyro, euro? I think it's
I
gyro.
just think of the money euros, but yeah.
It's really good, the euro meat. What else could we do? Some kind of like
send us some recipes.
Arabic salad.
Yeah. Can you watch this later? Yeah, so you can watch this later and then do the cook-along then as well. People have done that. How's the wrap coming along? It's not. We have so much to do, but we are definitely still doing it. We apologize for the delay.
5 weeks in and very slow losing weight, but the food is so good I don't even care. Just keep swimming.
That's awesome. That's the mindset I feel like we should all have. Slow weight loss doesn't mean there's no weight loss, and you're also like feeling a lot better along the way, so you're like healing your body, right?
Yeah. For Middle Eastern food, falafel would be awesome. That's funny because you're going like full circle there, because falafel is like a vegetarian meat option, kind of like a lot of times it'll be like pork, beef, falafel. And then you're gonna make that into a meat thing, kind of like when you make it keto. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to make a keto falafel.
How much does the cake rise? I'm making into muffins. Someone just made them as muffins recently. I saw on IG and they looked amazing. It does rise. We haven't made it in so long. I'd have to like see. We'll see it in a second.
The cake?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna rise very much.
There is some rise to it though, for sure. My muffins came out great. Yay!
I'm making progress getting used to beef liver. Topping it with mustard, salt, pepper, and garlic powder helps a lot.
We're gonna have to try that.
We're gonna experiment more with organ meats when this cuts over. Definitely want to try making some bone broth, and finding like a source locally where we can just maybe get a hookup. We haven't done much exploring on that. Maybe we'll document our process of like finding good quality sourced organ meats around here, because it's harder than you think. And we went to the low carb Breckenridge conference and everyone's like, yeah, organ meats are the cheapest part of the animal, everyone's throwing them away, and then I go to the grocery store and it's not the case at all. The organ meats are very expensive now.
What else?
Do you have a video on how to track macros? We just filmed that one. That's going to be soon. We did that with Keto Savage.
I just got here. When is the cake ready? We got 12 minutes on this puppy. Ooh, and it rose a substantial amount, I would say. Been keto for a couple months, lost only 4 pounds, but lots of inches. I'll take it.
Have you tried G Butter? So G Butter is like the worst named product ever. It's such a sexual name. I don't like it at all.
Really?
But I've looked into it. And
doesn't sound sexual to me.
G Butter? Oh, I just hate the name. But it's protein powder mixed with like nut butter. There's nothing special. Yeah, we can easily remake it if we wanted to.
Yeah, you could. It seems like you make that at home.
Who can squat more, Matt or Crystal? Me, barely.
Yeah.
Like, barely.
Crystal is a beast.
I can deadlift, I think, a lot more than her, though.
Yeah.
Not that I'm, like, bragging. She also weighs... Wait, what does she weigh? Like,
136, I think, is the last...
Yeah, so she's really killing it.
Yeah. Can we have the olive oil cake with our morning butter coffee? Yes, you can have it even, like, mid-sleep.
Mid-sleep?
Yeah. Get up, have some, go back to bed. You can go to the Asian grocery stores to buy cheap organ meats. That's a good tip.
I worry about going to the Asian grocery store a little bit, honestly, and buying meats. It's not my favorite place quality-wise most of the time. You remember the one we went to in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
I didn't feel good about it.
I didn't feel comfortable either. We did buy some meats there, but mostly just like Asian ingredients that weren't meat.
Can you make a recipe like the Real Good Enchiladas? I have a few ideas for a good enchiladas. I think a breakfast one and a dinner one that we'll do in the near future.
Gangsta butter. That sounds better, right?
Yeah. How to wrap my head around making a meal plan that fits my macros? I mean, I would just go about it by plugging it all into MyFitnessPal and then, you know, kind of like the day before or the week before, and then just doing adjustments, figuring out what fits, what doesn't, and that's what we do.
I tried your brownies from your site and they are delicious. Thank you. I haven't had those in a while either. Can you please tell us again the measurements of the olive oil cake? Yes. It was 3/4 cup coconut flour, 3/4 cup erythritol, 2 teaspoons baking powder, and 1 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, and some salt for your dry ingredients. And then your wet ingredients was a cup of, we used extra virgin olive oil, 6 eggs, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Go nuts with the ingredients though.
How often you guys track macros all day? This is a good question, and I think it kind of depends what your goals are. So for the past 90 days doing this cut with Keto Savage, and we've gotten incredible results, we've tracked them every single day because that's what's necessary.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do it from more of a lifestyle perspective and you're getting the results you want, you don't need to track macros. I would maybe just keep a running tally of the carbs in my head. But mostly what we do is we don't track that often. Every once in a while we check in and we do track just to make sure kind of what we're doing. But I also don't eat that many different meals. Like I stick to the same 8 to 10, so I kind of know the macros for those.
I actually licked the bowl. Almost tastes like cake batter. Can't wait till done. I wish I could lick the bowl.
Am I trying it when it's done?
Yeah. $3.99 for our type PP. Thank you. Aloha from Hawaii. Will you be island hopping?
Oh, it smells so good.
We are going to be staying in Oahu, and I don't know if we're island hopping. How easy is that? We're probably going to rent a car for like maybe a couple days, but we don't like have a car or a real plan yet. So we have to do some research.
I bought a Keto Mojo recently, and for the first time I tested, I only got 0.4. I tested the next day and I was at 1.6. I've been on keto 11 weeks. Is that normal for levels to fluctuate? Yeah. A lot of factors go into it, like how good was your sleep? Did you test the exact same time, like upon rising? The things you've eaten in the previous 4 hours contribute a lot to your tests. I would try just tying the test number to how you're feeling and going from there.
Wow, Matt, your weight loss is obvious. Nice.
Yeah, my face gains.
Slims down hardcore in the face.
Good.
Love your hemp overnight oats so much they inspired me to make hot cheesy bacon hemp grits, and they're basically amazing. I want to eat them every meal. That sounds amazing. We should try something like that. Do you let the cake cool before taking the Springform off? Yes, please do so.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I would. Like even at least like 10 minutes. I always like to let everything cool in the pan it's in before I move it. Especially with keto baked goods, because if you're using almond flour especially, it can be very crumbly, or just like it takes a little time for it to harden.
Cake has brown edges, but still 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, so does ours.
No, it does get a little brown on the edges. That's okay. You're really like opening the oven a lot too.
It's fine.
No,
I'm the baker.
It should have a little bit of brown edges. That's fine, I think. Just don't let it burn.
Are Rocky Mountain oysters keto friendly?
Yeah.
Oysters are.
Do you know what Rocky Mountain oysters are even?
No.
It's like the balls of a bowl, I think.
Oh. Yeah, why wouldn't they be?
What is the serving size for the olive oil cake? I think the macros listed in the blog post is 8 servings.
8 servings.
But you can probably get like 10 to 12. I would be more comfortable cutting that into like 10 for me than eating 2.
Yeah, right. Then eating more.
Let's see here.
Would love to see a beef bacon recipe. I didn't know there was such. Have we ever had beef bacon? I know Robert was eating them in Arkansas.
We've never had it. I'm pretty convinced that it's not as good tasting, but yeah, we could try getting some.
It smells amazing.
It's not a single serving.
Started fasted weightlifting in the morning, 5 a.m., but don't usually eat my first meal until 1 to 2. How much will not feeding my muscles protein hinder the growth?
Not at all.
Yeah,
I would say.
I would say not at all either.
We have been doing something similar. We work out at 9:30, get done at 10:30, eat around 3. Because your body has like protein, amino acids it can turn to. It doesn't need them. Like the post-workout window, I don't know how much that really matters. As long as you're... What's happening over there? She's cleaning. Oh.
Are you finished talking? Did
Yeah,
you just abruptly...
I think I abruptly stopped, but I forget what I was saying now.
What's your least favorite question to be asked? What am I doing wrong? Because, yeah, that's just probably it, and that usually ends in something like, I've only lost 39 pounds, or like, I feel great, but I've only lost this much weight. What am I doing wrong? And yeah, because for me, that's like a mindset thing, and approaching that as this is like a quick fix diet as opposed to a lifestyle. But like, that's the way we look at it, right? You're changing your life for the better, for a long-term basis.
Do you eat just when hungry or scheduled meals? That is a good question. I know there's a lot of people that say, eat when hungry, and that is good advice, but I think so many of us are out of sync with like actual hunger, and we're surrounded by all of these foods that are so easy to overconsume. Me personally, like if I just eat when hungry, I'm eating always. So I need to have some kind of structure to my life to where maybe I do it, like I wake up in the morning and I kind of have a plan for the day most of the time. Like if we're going out to dinner that night, maybe I'll factor that in. But usually I'll do like a noonish meal and then a meal for dinner. But just eating when hungry for me, that doesn't work.
What protein powder do you guys use? So we have a couple right now in our pantry, but we mostly use Isopure cookies and cream. It's 0 carb, and we really like the taste and the quality of it. But we've also used Quest before and PE Science.
What are your thoughts on putting yourself in a deficit with a massive cardio after weight training? Great question. This is all stuff we've just learned through making this course with Keto Savage. And basically, no, putting yourself in doing anything massive, doing anything extreme, putting yourself in a massive deficit is not good, because then your body makes that one adaptation. Okay, now I'm doing a massive cardio thing. You want to do slow, gradual transformations. That's what I've noticed throughout this whole process is like, every week we slowly adjust our macros, we slowly increase our cardio, and my body responds to it instead of responding once. And like, it's all about what you're adding and what you're changing as opposed to the total sum of what you're doing. So like, if you just start doing 60 minutes of cardio, you're gonna get crazy results for like a week, and then you're gonna adjust.
And burn out also.
Whereas if you have a little bit left in the tank, like once you're doing 60 minutes of cardio a day and you want to lose weight, what do you go to 70? Like for us, right now we're doing 20 minutes 4 times a week. That's the end of it. That's like the highest we're going to go.
Yeah, and we've increased from 0 to 20 over the course of 12 weeks. So that's a lot of time and a slow progression upwards.
So it's counter to our nature, because we get motivated and we want to do as much as possible in 2 weeks, right? But that's not what's going to set you up for success. It's about like this 90-day program is going to be 90 days. It's going to start out super easy. Like it's going to start out basically with the diet you're currently doing. If you're doing a keto diet, it's not going to be a deficit at all. And then over time, it gets a little bit harder and harder, and your body just continually adjusts. It's really mind-blowing to me, because bodybuilders take this for granted. They're like, everyone knows this stuff, right? You just slowly taper the macros over the course of 90 days. But yeah. I did hear about Sean Baker's lab results. I didn't look into them enough, though.
What were they?
I think they were like slightly high. I gotta look into it more.
Can someone asked about adding fruit to water? Do you think you'd get a significant amount of carbs from this or not? I use raspberries, blackberries, and limes.
I would just say, why even have that in your life?
If you're getting the taste, I'm assuming, right? Like, because you get the taste from the fruit in the water. I'm assuming you're getting some of those sugars, and then that's hard to track if you're tracking.
It just makes things harder.
It does. I know a lot of people do lemon water. I guess I'd be fine with that, but I wouldn't overdo it. There are carbs in lemon.
Have you ever gained weight on keto? Yeah, I gained 8 pounds in 21 days eating 4,000 calories.
But we've also gained weight just from like normally eating,
from
right?
running a food blog,
Yeah. From running a food blog, eating olive oil cake all day.
It's done.
I'm gonna give it another 30 seconds just because I kept opening the oven.
Okay. No, that's what a lot of people seem to think. Like, you can't gain weight on keto. It's kind of magical. It's not really. We've done it for 2 years, and we've slowly gained maybe like 2 pounds a year. We just slowly have been trending upwards, and then we really got strict, and we did this 90-day thing, and we've honed back downwards. It's about if you're not getting the results you want, you got to start kind of figuring out what's going wrong, maybe tracking some things.
I was at Whole Foods yesterday and wanted to get some things you've recommended. Is your Amazon shop list available somewhere, or do you have a frequently used products list?
Yeah.
On our site, it's a shop.
Yeah.
And so that'll have all the products we use. But from Whole Foods, halloumi, that's the only place we could find it, is my biggest recommendation. What else is good there?
We've been getting those gut shot things, probiotic gut shots.
Mike Mutzel from High Intensity Health
Those are
recommended
good.
those. What else have we gotten recently from Whole Foods? Can't really think. But those two things for sure.
Yeah, but Matt, you were doing crazy amounts of calories. Yeah.
I'm taking out the cake.
Where do you buy macadamia nuts? We've been getting them at Costco. I think that's the best price we found. How's it look? Yeah, that's exactly how it looked the first time. It'll be a little moist in the middle too. How's it feel?
It sunk a little. But it feels good, right?
I think it's done, yeah. Don't touch it. Let it set. I'm touching it now, but
Brown is okay.
show it to the Facebook people if you can.
Brown is okay. Like me. It looks beautiful, huh?
It does. Oh, it smells so good.
So let it sit for a little bit. We'll open all of ours together if yours is out.
Guys, if I have breakfast at about 7 a.m., then lunch about 5 p.m., is that counted as interfasting? Well, I would call that meal at 5 p.m. dinner, but that is not really. But does it matter like what it's categorized as? Really, it matters if it's sustainable for you and you're getting the results you want.
People just want to like
Yeah.
know they're fasting to be fasting, but if you're not really honed in on like why you're doing it, then it's purposeless.
It's the same thing with like, can I do this food on keto? It's not really like keto or not. It's about if you want that food in your diet, if it makes you feel good, if it's something that, you know, there's like a line between, is it really enjoyable for me and does it make me reach my goals? And if yes, for both of those or one of those, I got confused. But yeah, just it's not like about strict categorizations of things.
This cake is a bit heavy? Is it supposed to be? Yes, it's heavy.
Heavy?
It's very dense. It's definitely heavy. Karen, $5. Thank you so much.
Are you gonna make the glaze for the cake that's on the recipe page?
No.
And that's Foodie Turn Sleevey.
Hi, Chella.
What was that again? I believe it was powdered erythritol and
Like almond milk?
yeah, powdered erythritol and almond milk, and you just whisk it. I would put the erythritol in a bowl and then slowly add like a teaspoon of almond milk to it and just keep whisking.
You guys need to start opening a video chat where people can Skype in and show their results. Ooh, is that possible?
I don't know if that's possible.
That sounds great, though. I would love to see everyone's. Have you used kelp noodles? Yes, we have. We actually just showed them.
Someone said theirs is still really jiggly. How jiggly is
So the
ours?
thing is, oven's very super. Is it browned, though? If it's not, then I would put it in for a little bit.
It should be slightly jiggly.
It will set, but they said if you're...
No, ours is not really jiggly.
So, is it browned on top? If not, put it back in. I would just keep an eye on it and do a toothpick test. Yes, definitely do a toothpick test. Hi guys, I watch your videos all the time and tried them. Yum. Thank you.
After you complete the cut, will you go back to counting net carbs or will you continue counting total carbs? I think counting net carbs is probably, like in my opinion, counting net carbs is the most accurate of what's actually happening in your body. But I think keeping both in mind is a good idea. Like, do I want to be doing 100 total carbs with 20 net carbs, meaning 80 grams of fiber? No. I'll just be conscious of both. But yeah, I'll probably count, I think staying under like 30 total, 15 net is a good, what I'm going to be shooting for going forward. What about you?
I think I'm gonna keep track of total, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna stay really low. It just means I'm gonna be cautious of my carbs and like just want to know where they're at total.
The macros and the ingredients and everything are linked in the description of the stream. It's on the blog post.
My first keto meal was Matt's steak nachos. Those were amazing. The
Wow,
nachos.
you really went all out for the first meal.
That was great. Yeah, that's great. What did you say the macros are with the cake? The macros are in the recipe blog post, which is linked in the description.
Will I be fully fat adapted if I'm only doing cyclical keto when starting? I would have to say you're not going to be as fat adapted as someone who's doing a really high fat diet. And that maybe that's okay for you if you're having good success. I guess why are you trying to get fully fat adapted if you don't want weak lifts? Because in my mind, being fat adapted will help power your lifts. But yeah, there's going to be like an interim there where your lifts go down. So if you're like unwilling, I mean, you can't have everything. Basically, that's how it works. But yeah, I would say you won't be as strongly adapted as someone who's really just sticking to keto full time.
Your experience on this cut has kept me motivated when I stall in my weight loss. Thank you, Mega. Yeah, it has. It has reminded me that my body is a body, and like I don't. I mean, it's healing and it's doing its thing, and I'm doing all the work I need to, and I still feel really good.
Yeah, even more so than just a change in our body, doing something like this for 90 days and proving to yourself is
exciting.
Yeah.
I know I could do this in the future if I wanted to.
If you eat more than 50 grams of carbs, you've been kicked out of ketosis. Well, that's not necessarily true depending on activity level, depending on your adaptation and your level of ketosis at that moment. Like for us, we've been doing this for 90 days and our ketones are regularly like 5.0. If we eat 50 grams, I doubt we're going to be kicked out of ketosis.
Carmen Cam, thank you so much. Is the keto travel friendly recipe coming out soon? Going on a trip this week. We have a ton of backlog right now and then stuff we have to do for after the cut. So probably not soon, unfortunately. Mega, what nail polish are you wearing? It's really, yeah. It's not, I was going to take it off today. I totally forgot, but it's a gray. It's like a charcoal color. I love it. I like darker colors, but it's hard to keep up with them.
Have you done TKD, if that's targeted keto diet? If so, what are your thoughts on how effective it is during workouts? I think it can be beneficial. Here's kind of my experience with it. At the time, we were doing more of like I want to say just not as strong of a keto diet at the time. So I felt like I needed something. So when I did the pre-workout carbs, I was like, whoa, I'm feeling great now. My lifts definitely improved. So at the time I was like, TKD is very good for better lifts. But now we've been doing like a really strong keto diet to where my lifts are great. And I feel like TKD might even set me back a little in the gym. So I think a lot of the time people wanting to do carb ups or doing like cyclical keto, it's just because maybe you haven't gone far enough towards like really embracing keto, and that could be the problem. If that's not the problem, then try TKD. I think it's totally worth trying. Definitely a tool to go to. And when we did it, what I used was, where is it? For the TKD, we would do this Caro light syrup, which is, it's 0 grams of fructose. So it only fuels your muscles. It doesn't go to your liver, basically.
Have you guys brought any homemade foods with you on a plane? If so, what? Actually, yes. When we went home for Matt's family's Christmas, I brought protein cakes and our coconut flour chocolate chip cookies so we could have dessert for the holidays.
When was this?
When we went home for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Do you believe in weight set points?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a point at which your body wants to maintain. Mm-hmm. And so, that's where the fluctuations come in, but you'll also like always come back to this weight or it'll be hard to drop below it. Yeah.
Do you use water in protein shakes or some kind of milk? We don't do protein shakes. If I were to do one, it would probably be like a smoothie blended with some fat because I don't want just the 30 grams of protein. And it doesn't really fit into the context of a keto diet because most people doing keto, they have trouble getting fat in. So like if you're just doing 30 grams of protein, that's going to make it hard to hit your macros for the rest of the day. But yeah, almond milk's good. Any kind of just milk substitute.
Around how much will the cut program be? Are we still finalizing it? Kind of, but for the first group of people that sign up, we're going to be doing like a sale?
We're still kind of finalizing it. We're going to do a cool thing with a big package where the first set of people we're gonna do like more hands-on with like weekly hangouts with Keto Savage and kind of give some more instruction, and then also like a prize thing we're setting up that'll be good.
My olive oil was browned completely when I made it, but very oily. I used Viva coconut flour. Does that really matter?
I think that might be it. You want to get this out and try
I'm
cutting
gonna
it?
open it, guys.
Bring it over here when you open it. My fat tends to be higher than my protein, so putting some protein powder in my shakes help. Yeah, I think your fat should generally be higher than your protein. It's still pretty like, it's not set fully yet.
Should we cut into it
I
anyway?
think we should cut into it anyway though. Have you considered tracking macros on a weekly basis as opposed to daily? What is so magical about a 24-hour period?
That's funny that you said that. I've never thought about it, but like that would be tough to know what you're taking in day to day. If you have specific goals, like you want your body, you don't. If you have specific goals and you're trying to hit your macros, you don't want to have like 90 grams of protein one day and then like 30 the next. That would be like a lot of adjusting, right? Like
yeah, I think there is something to like what is so magical about a 24. There is a few things magical, like it's a cycle of the human body. You wake up, you sleep. That's a day, 24 hours. But yeah, I think. That's perfect. That's exactly how it was the first time.
It's definitely set. This looks amazing.
It does look amazing.
Okay.
Do I gotta try it?
You don't have to.
So guys, my advice on this would be to cut it into portions
So
like
you don't
right
eat a
when
lot.
it cools.
Yeah.
Cut it into 10, I like cutting it into, we're small pieces people. So then we can just have more small things instead of less big things. I think that's like just a psychological thing.
Yeah.
Give me this.
Are you gonna try it?
Yeah.
Give us.
Just the way I remember it.
Okay,
That's
good.
like the moistest keto cake I think you're gonna find on the internet.
That would be my. I would eat the entire thing for my birthday next year.
It's also kind of like begging for a topping or like a drizzle or a frosting of some kind. I was thinking I was gonna try making Mega some butter pecans something, but she can't eat pecans because butter pecan's her favorite flavor, and she's done this thing so amazingly
But
for
maple's
90
also,
days.
so we can just do like whipped cream with maple extract.
That would be great. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, we also have the maple syrup from Canto they sent us. I'm gonna drink that.
Lemon glaze would be good. Yeah. Oh, you could do the erythritol with, instead of almond milk, just a little lemon juice. That would be awesome.
What made you start a food vlog? Are you talking about the blog, maybe? What made us start blogging is that we had just started the diet, and even before the diet, we cooked a ton. Like, our favorite meal was cauliflower fried rice. And so when we started keto, we had to cook even more because we had to figure out what, like, good alternatives and good options we had. And then we just figured, why not put all these recipes online if we're making them and see what happens? It was kind of just, you know, something we wanted to do for ourselves, and it helped a lot of people.
Someone said this looks like cardboard. Look at it. Is this cardboardy? Look at that softness.
Split it in half.
Maybe like some cardboard that's been soaked in
Delicious.
delicious olive oil.
You're not showing Facebook.
No.
I mean, if it looks like cardboard, that's totally fine. Just make it and find out that it's not. You can hear the moistness. Someone said that. Thank you. What's going on here? We're doing a cook-along for those of you who are just joining. We do this every single Sunday. We post the recipes a couple days in advance on all our social media so you can get the ingredients and cook along with us. We just made our olive oil cake, which is linked. You can make it too.
Oh, people have actually made it and they tasted it and they said it's so good and it's super moist. So yummy. Wow, this is awesome, guys. The more weeks in a row we do this, the more people that seem to be cooking along and making it. It's
Which
awesome.
is exciting. So if you guys have suggestions, like you want us to make from our food blog, let us know, because we just pick every day.
Just handed out pieces of the cake to my family. They love it. Oh, this is the best. I love Cookalong.
I know, me too. Makes me so happy.
Would whipped toppings with strawberries work with it? I would
yeah.
say that. Oh, you could do like a little, what are those called? Shortcake? Strawberry shortcake type of thing?
Slice it in half. Do it center.
I want to try this with butter next time. Yeah, we should try this
Let
with
us
butter
know.
actually.
I saw the cake nipple. I know it was there. What is next Sunday? I want to prepare and cook along. We should figure it out on Sunday so people watching the
You're
video.
right. I was thinking we would put a little calendar somewhere on our website that has a cook-along schedule linked to the recipe so everyone can get like ahead of pace and get the ingredients.
Does anyone have any ideas for next Sunday? Maybe we could figure it out. I'm using it as cornbread. Ooh, if you took out all the erythritol, right?
Yeah. I don't know, because the erythritol adds some bulking. Yeah, I would definitely do some stevia, maybe a little bit of the erythritol, assuming you want a sweet cornbread. We also have a cornbread recipe, I think, is it on our website that uses the baby corn? It's really good.
That's in the cookbook.
Oh, it's in the cook. Is it?
No, it's on our site.
Yeah.
I've already eaten 2 muffins. Send help. You don't need help. You just need more muffins. If you could please list the supplies ahead of time, that would be great. We do on Instagram. We screenshot it and share all the ingredients 2 days in advance.
See, a lot of people, this is a very passionate topic, the sweetness of cornbread. I'm a northerner, so I like my cornbread sweet. I think that's a northerner thing. Like, we don't really know cornbread.
My favorite cornbread is Boston Market. And I don't think that's sweet at all. It's just very corny.
Oh, hold up. Dr. Berg said no corn.
Oh, I thought he was here and he literally said no corn. Maybe xanthan gum if you're not using sweetener.
Yeah, the thing with the mini corns...
3/4 cup xanthan gum.
What?
Well, someone said replace the sweetener with xanthan gum.
No.
But I don't think that... No, we can't do that.
Yeah, the thing with the mini corn is you really don't get much corn flavor at all out of it. It's mostly just like kind of feels like corn in your mouth.
Oh, next Sunday is Easter. Are people even going to be here? Are they doing like Easter stuff?
Oh, maybe we should cancel it. No one's going to be here for Easter.
I don't know.
It's going to be like Eric Yam and all his people.
All his friends. But yeah, we could do deviled eggs.
Well, some people will be here. Brev Mike. Oh, he's been donating a lot. Thanks, Brev. Oh yeah, guys, today the donations, I think we're going to wrap up in like 3 or 4 minutes here. The donations are going to Food Fortification Initiative. They're fortifying food in underprivileged third world countries.
Duke, Kansas. Matt, thought you were a b-ball dude.
I was a b-ball dude. Now I'm a
He's a food
ketoconnect dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, who I want is Kansas just because I hate Duke, but I don't really have any opinion on who will win.
Don't cancel for Easter, but maybe we could do it Saturday. Maybe we can take a poll or something.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out, guys. We'll definitely do a cook-along next weekend and list everything in advance.
Make keto Cadbury eggs, LOL. Yeah, that is my favorite. I
Matt
missed that.
tried once and then he was like, I give up. It's tough.
No, that was peanut butter eggs.
Oh.
Cadbury eggs are different and better, but the filling is not possible to be replicated, I don't think.
Can I freeze the cake before I stuff it in my face hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely freezable, but it should last in the fridge for a week. I'm going to be eating it next weekend this time, so...
Definitely just let it fully cool before freezing it, though.
Easter prep Sunday. Yeah, we'll think of something good to do.
Mm-hmm.
Make the Snickers fat bombs. Oh, those are so good. And I can try them next week.
Woo!
We're off our cup.
Oh, you have to try this toasted peanut toffee fat bombs I'm making. We're putting together a fat bomb cookbook.
Yes, we are. And a crockpot cookbook. Do you guys have a P.O. box? Yeah, we do. Okay, I will just say it out loud once online. We've been getting a lot of emails about it. So it is, you send it to Matt and Mega, 2020 Howell Mill Road, Northwest, NW, Suite D-556, Atlanta, Georgia, 30318. Is that a good way to do it?
No, it's the worst way possible to do
Well,
it.
I did it. Matt's so constructive with scripts.
Chocolate for the holidays? We have a chocolate bar recipe. We have a lot of chocolate recipes, honestly.
But the chocolate bar is really, really good. That would be good if you got like a Easter mold, like eggs and bunnies. You could make the chocolate in that.
Will 80 grams of carbs with 1 meal a day kick me out of ketosis? I don't understand the obsession with knowing like exact measurements of what will kick you out of ketosis. It's not the same for everyone, and it honestly doesn't matter. It's mostly about how you feel. There's no magical properties to being in ketosis. So if eating 80 grams of carbs with 1 meal a day is helping you eat the amount of food that you're trying to eat on a daily basis, get the results you want, like body recomposition wise, just energy wise, then it's fine. It doesn't matter if it kicks you out of ketosis or not.
Tips on storing the cake. Okay, so personally, I would do portions. So 8 is the servings, but you can do as many big or little pieces as you want. And then sealed, airtight Ziploc or a storage container in the fridge. I would say up to a week. You are good with it.
All right, guys. We
Love
calling
you.
it?
Yeah.
Thanks so much. We'll be back next week, I think.
See you later. Is the elbow